quick little mention, something that I forgot about. This mod you're gonna need, because I don't know if it's because of the way I started the game. This will help you with generally everything. This also really does help with Project Proteus. Now, I've been learning how to use it, the customization of the NPCs for the last couple of days. I don't know if it was because I wasn't saving the presets in Racemenu after I created them. Well, creating you know what I mean, fuck, too many ifs and buts. But this helped because when I first started using it, I'd come back to the game and their heads would be black. This really fixed it. So I'm going to chuck this in just before the start of the video. I'll link it. Going to help you out big time for not just Project Proteus but all mods. Anyway, enjoy the vid. Hello guys, Centaurus again. Is there a nipple coming out of there? I think it is, but oh well, we're not going to go. Anyway, I got distracted so quickly. I want to talk about Project Proteus and its ability to customize NPCs, its pros, its cons, and the sort of things you should somewhat expect. This is a very out there mod. Now, I made a video on the Proteus project and I didn't cover the customization because I used to face an issue where if I basically put overlays on my NPCs presets and I saved them over, every NPC that I manually put that overlay on with the cosmetic menu or EFF would completely and utterly lose their overlays. It all turned pink, and I'll show you what I mean by that right here. So at the moment, not all the overlays have. I've customized plenty of my characters, my playable characters that I play as. This is Ragni. She's my Dragonborn. My alt character who will play the Dragonborn quest and any mods that relate to needing the Dragonborn. Over there is kind of her final stage where she's a lot stronger, a lot bigger. And this is her younger form before she becomes a Dragonborn. And so on majority of my followers, I use AK Pubes Forever, which just adds. There's all sorts of funny looking weird like pubes overlays which I don't use, but there's like one or two of them which I actually do that give them like a natural look because they are warrior women. They're not going to be worried about shaving their gooch all the time. And the only overlay that I've really found that had an issue was the AK Pubes Forever. Now this happened 2 days after testing, so I was like, oh yeah, I dodged it, and then it happened, and I was like, oh fuck that. But then I decided to test the bug, and funny enough, I've got a fix for it. Well, not really a fix, it kind of breaks the mod on the NPCs, but once you reapply it, it's all good. So I went through lots of testing to test these new overlays, the Pubes Forever overlays on different NPCs, and once I applied them to different NPCs, it didn't break the NPCs that I'd fixed up. So all I had to do was go into, I use EFF, actually before we do that, we're going to get to the pink fix, but it tends to, like, AK Pubes tends to break my Racemenu, where I can't really customize myself after that. I got a quick game. So firstly, let's show you what the customization's like. I'm going to show you a couple presets that I made for Ragni. I've got to remember them first. So, it'll give you a bunch of spells. I just limited to the wheel. Proteus wheel. So I click on the NPC, I activate the power button, I go to NPC, I go to appearance, I go to preset menu, and you can save a new one. Now, whenever you need to use. Oh my god, please don't go having sex. Oh, thank fuck. Whenever you save a preset under Proteus, always save it in Racemenu. Do not use your Racemenu presets on these NPCs. You can go into Racemenu, create that look, or just activate your preset on you and then save it under a new name with Proteus. And that's what I did for a lot of mine. I just opened the preset my character, then I basically did this. I went boom, NPC, appearance, preset menu, save, and I gave it a new name. I normally start with PP, not because you get a small PP for Project Proteus or Proteus Project. I don't know, I get the shit backwards. And then I go dash. Oh my god. Turn off that one. Nope. My bad. And then I give it a name. I save, or it saves it for me. Now, if you just load that onto that NPC, you save your game, you come back, you're gonna find an issue to where will have like some sort of like a little neck seam. So how do I fix that when this only happens when you save the game, you exit, you come back, they'll have like a little weird neck seam. I didn't know why until I actually stumbled across it randomly. But if you create that Proteus Project Preset, and then you go into Racemenu, you save it, you can then reapply it to NPCs, and you'll come back and they won't have a weird little colour neck seam. Happened with my vampire character. He had a completely different skin tone to face and body, and I'd saved his preset after I created it with Proteus. I saved it in the Racemenu, and it worked completely fine when I came back. Now, God damn it, ladies. So we're gonna create one just to show you. So I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna show you. So I'll create one and then I'll show you the ones I have created. So show Racemenu, presets, load. I always say presets in some sort of like weird accent. It's all the way down here. There's so many of them. Ragni Dover 1. No, that's not it. That's her that's her mid stage of her arc, if I can ever get to it. Ragni A1. Did it again. Alright, so this is that look right here. I'm gonna just add a new Racemenu. Give her a new hairstyle. Make her look pretty or something, like A1 fine. Give her a nice looking sort of noble haircut. She is the Dragonborn. In this stage of the quest, she's finished the main quest, so she is, you know, the hero of Skyrim. Be welcomed in any hall, unless it's Falmore. God damn. I'd like a nice haircut, please. Oh, that was close. Well, no, we won't. Jesus Christ. It's got so many wonderful hairs. It's also got so many anime hairs. Or hairs that belong in the modern day and age. Just like, it's not a bad hairstyle. We'll use that one anyway. We won't add a fine one to it. Alright, so what we're going to do, we go up to the NPC, you're going to make sure they're clicked on now. I use Our Souls, which doesn't pause the menu, which yours should. NPC, appearance, preset menu, save appearance. So, Pippi, Ragni, A2, I think it is. A2, A1, A2. Alright, so it will load perfectly fine on her, but when you save the game, you come back, it will look a little bit funny at the reapply. So, how are we going to do that? I'm going to show Racemenu, presets, load the preset in your character. Save the preset. And then you find the load it. NPC, appearance, preset, load, PP, Ragni, A2. If you don't put it in capital letters and you save it in capital letters, but then you load it up in non-capital letters, it will resave it with uncapital letters. It shouldn't really matter. So there's a new little look. Now, this is Ragni in a like full-on retired stage, as in she's sort of won the war. She's got scar overlays. She's got a bush overlay. Can't go showing you that shit, of course. We're going to show you her. Well, I think I've already showed you that on my character. Preset menu, load. I'm going to remember that all these bloody things though. It's hard because I've mixed them all up. Ragni Young. There she is. As you can see, her weight changes. So she's got that sort of like small build. By the time she gets out of home, she's trained quite a bit with her father before he's died. And yeah, and then I kind of increased the weight to like 60 years. I think it's like 20 here. And then I got to remember Ragni. Oops. Dover? No. Let me have a look. I keep forgetting all this shit. Preset. Load preset. Ragni Dover 1. God damn it. Nope. Oh my god. I've got the memory of a fucking goldfish. No, I did say I've already forgotten it. Like, this is so bad. Like, and I'm not even a drinker. Like, I haven't even had any rums tonight. Or nights in the last, like, month. And this is how stupid. Right. Yeah. I sort of got to put that in before. You son of bitch. NPC. Appearance. Load. You whoremongering. Alright. Oh. See what I mean? Like, I'm not even joking here. This is not the sort of shit I'd put up on YouTube because it's kind of embarrassing. But it's half the adventure because I've just completely forgot what I was doing and I went to the young one instead of the one I was meant to fucking go to because I'm an absolute fucking idiot. My videos are not professional. Ragni Dover 1, you fucking idiot. There you go. Her weight sort of increased to 60, and she's kind of like in the middle stage of her sort of journey. Be careful. And I'll add her in a few more hairs later on, but I've showed you. So, you might come across this. Now, what is this? This could be just a bad ESP or something that wasn't completely done. My previous version when I first got this mod, and it happened to all my NPCs, and all their overlays went to shit. I think it was all of them, but that's because I tried to ESLify my Racemenu overlays, which isn't a smart idea because they're not like ordinary overlays. If you look at their masters, you'll find they have 0, not even Skyrim as a master file. So I've merged them. I think I'm pretty sure I didn't ESLify, or I did, but then I turned it back to an ESP, and then I merged AK pubes with the rest of Lupine's overlays, like his community overlays and that sort of stuff. I just think it's that mod that it happens to. Because every single NPC has got the same sort of bush, which is, I think it's Super Hairy 3. They're not even super hairy. Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't mind hitting them in real life with that sort of growth downstairs. Like, as long as it doesn't make a snail trail to the belly button, I'm fucking fine. But this sort of happens to. And I did test it quite a bit, and I reapplied their overlay back to them. And then I added it to many new NPCs and added many more presets to the same NPCs and new NPCs that had the same bush. And the NPCs that I fixed up didn't seem to bugger up. So I'll show you one. She's seen her in a few videos. You've also seen the girl looking at another video called NPC Act Limit Fix. That was her, the one I was playing as. Vragni. That's not her name. Tova, that's her name. Brian the Commander, she's a bit of a gilf. So, this is the one I noticed on because I always just spawn her at me to see if it's broken or bugged out, and I wish I could breathe out there with you. And her body went pink, and I just reapplied the overlay and done shit tons of overlays, Racemenu presets or presets on these characters since, and it's worked fine. So all you got to do is remember what it was. It's not pretty hard. It's like it shouldn't happen to most of you people, unless of course you messed around with your ESP, your overlay ESPs, or it's just AKPs forever. It can be the one that does this to your characters if you've applied these Racemenu overlays to other characters. So you could use, I use EFF, but again you can use Project Proteus again. You go NPC, Appearance, Cosmetic Menu. Go all the way over to body paints. As you can see, it's default here. Click on it, boom, back to normal. But not really. You want to go back to where it was. I think it was hairy and it's 3. And she's back to normal looking. Apart from this Ganderous lewd armor. And yeah, it's fixed. If I could have another 6 more playable characters and give them 12 more presets, and she won't be broken again. So I'd highly suggest, if you're going to add shit tons of Racemenu overlays to all your followers in the games, I highly suggest you spend like a good couple hours at least getting all the characters that you really want to make presets for, be it followers, be it NPCs in the world that exist. I highly suggest that you create them before you actually get into the game and apply them, so it doesn't break any of your presets. But if it destroys more than your 8k pubes, or like other Racemenu, it could be it's just a bad ESP, or wasn't one that was really built for Skyrim Special Edition, or you've ESL-ified it or done something to it, like maybe a merge where it wasn't really meant to be. But other than that, this is going to work out lovely for me, because I had a lot of hard work where I had to go build these races and shit, and then I had to, if I wanted to change a look, I had to leave the game, save it, leave it, jump into the creation kit, and then change a template to like another one, and come back into the game. It was a lot of manual work, but now I can change on the fly. And if I come back to the game after I've saved the Proteus preset in Racemenu, I come back, she's still going to have a different weight. That's the great thing about this. I can change her race with these presets. She has her own unique body, and she has her own weights throughout. Like most of my NPCs all have the same weight, so 0 to 100 is the exact same weight. But I wanted her to be a little bit different, so she'd kind of grow through her journey. And she's set to like weight 20, her character. I use templates to change the weight because it's a new NPC, and the way the game works, if you change the weight of an NPC mid-game, you'll come back, they'll have a neck seam. That's just because the saves remember the NPC's weights. Templates, again, are an NPC that hasn't really officially showed up, so it works that way where I can change the NPC's weight, not have them a neck seam, but it's a pain in the ass. This mod won't do that. It will do that if you only save the preset with Proteus. 70 fucking P's. Project Proteus. If you only save it there, you don't save it in Racemenu, you will come back and there will be a neck seam. Or if the NPC is a template, as in they're using another person's looks on their character, it will not work. But most follow mods shouldn't be doing that. It's only really bandits and Imperial soldiers that use a template of another character to give them different looks and sort of that, even though there's like 3 of them. So if I change her weight, because I've showed you her default is, if I remember it this time, this is her default. I think it's like weight 20, I'm not too sure. But if I leave her with this one, A1, I think it is. If I leave with this one, when I come back, her weight will still be that way. There will be no neck seam. There'll be no weird colour match between her head and her body. But you just got to make sure that when you do create, so just do this, okay, in this order. Grab your preset in Racemenu, apply it to your character, go into the preset, go into the NPC sort of, oh my god, NPC, appearance, preset menu, save it under a new name, and then apply it to the NPC if you want. But to before you do that, before you do that, open it back up, Racemenu, open up that new one you've created with Proteus, and then save it on your character. And then you can apply it to that character. And when you come back after you quit the game, they'll look completely the way they did when you applied it. Anyway, hopefully this has given you guys enough, because again, I've not touched this customization mod in a year or anything, because it just kept breaking all my Racemenu overlays. But when I found out, when I actually bothered to actually bug test it, to why this was happening, or if it was a permanent thing, if I was to like add another and it would break it again, if I was to reapply the preset, would it break it again? And it doesn't seem to do that. Once you add it, once you fix the NPC up, they're good to go. It, for some reason, just breaks maybe a certain overlay, or a certain amount of overlays from different mods. If you've messed around with the ESP, or it could just be a bad ESP, but I probably forgot to turn AK Pubes Forever back into an ESP, or I probably should have just not done that at all. Anyway, I hope this has been informative for people that really want to change the looks of their characters in game. Now you can change your wife. You know, maybe you've married Lydia, and oh damn, I had her before, but I got rid of her. You can change their looks now from casual at home, just relaxing with the family, to battle ready, out adventuring with with your wife or husband, or to going out to a fine dinner where she's wearing a beautiful hair and has makeup on. You can all do that in game now without having to worry about it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, don't get the Rona because that's shit. And peace out. Have a good one.